are on another episode of Z Mods. Today we're going to be working with the legendary NES Advantage. Now, this stick has a lot of history behind it. I'm not exactly sure if this was made by Nintendo, but I could tell you for a fact that this was definitely what's the word I'm looking for? This was definitely trademarked by Nintendo. So whoever made this stick for them, they did a very good job. But the main problem with this stick is that the actual whatever it is, the actual joystick, the lever, was completely just annihilated. My brother was moving, and you know what I mean, something heavy fell on top of the lever, and then you know what I mean, it's plastic. There's really not much you can do about it. So instead of doing some crazy fancy dance, you know, kind of a mod where, you know, I completely disregard the integrity of the stick. I'm saying this right here, it's gorgeous. You know what I mean? I would never really want to mess with that unless, like, you know, I had like one of the later reproductions of that stick. Besides the point. What we're going to do today is something very, very simple and ironic. Now, this stick, this is the Champ Explorer, made for the Sega Genesis. You can tell by the little the connector piece right here. Now, this stick, it's almost built exactly like the NES Advantage. You know, it has two face buttons right here, but it has the A button down here as like a little like start button. So like you know that isn't getting much use unless, like, you know, like I'd say this would probably work for like Streets of Rage or like, you know, something like that or whatever, what have you. And like it has like this little like weird battery compartment to like put batteries, but it's not a wireless stick, and these don't connect to anything. So I'm not sure about anything about this stick. I haven't done any research on it. I really don't know anything like super specific about it or any of that. But what I do know is that this lever is almost identical to the lever on the NES Advantage. And this stick doesn't get used. It was given to me by one of my brothers to actually fix the NES Advantage that we're going to work on. So this is kind of like a, you know, like I'm doing something for my brother, and it's given to me by a different brother for the parts to fix it. So without further ado, we're gonna get started by I already have the NES Advantage completely, you know, taken apart. So you see we got the NES Advantage. We got the this is this is what they use for directions. They have little connector points, just like your standard, you know, D-pad, but built for a lever. Pretty slick idea. I'm saying it works to get the job done. It has like a little D-pad knob on it, you know what I mean? So it's really nothing but like a giant D-pad. It's nothing really like too ridiculous. But you know, like it has all of the directional points, you know, soldered directly to the board right here. You know, very simple stuff. Nothing too crazy we can't handle, you know. And we're gonna get our Phillips head screw. And we're gonna start taking this together. Taking this apart. I'm sorry, excuse me. Hadoken, nah, I ain't got no Sama parts, man. I ain't got no Sama parts to put on this. Uh, I'll probably do a different stream where I put Sama parts on a completely different stick, but and by different stick I mean like a different NES stick. But like this stick right here, nah. I ain't trying to completely disregard the integrity of this stick. It's honestly, this is not even mine. You know what I mean? Like this is loaned to me to fix, to give it back. So I just gotta do my part, fix it up, and then we'll see what the game plan is. But you know, this how you doing during the quarantine? The quarantine. Family doing good? Hey, we got a new follower. Thank you, Survival Tactics. Took me a second. It's a very unique way of spelling it. So, this is what it looks like when you take off the base plate of the Explorer, the Champ Explorer, excuse me. So as you can see, it's almost identical. Has the same exact build for the turbo knobs, turbo buttons. The motherboard is almost identical to the NES Advantage. But here's what we're really looking for. This part right here, this is the lever. So we're just gonna take our time, unscrew the lever. Now, will I eventually put Sama parts on the NES? I'm saying probably. You know, once I start, you know, getting some funding to start my own collection and you know, do mods and you know, cool stuff like that, I'll definitely do it. But right now, I don't got I currently don't have the tech for it. You know, this. Now, as you can see, it has identical like knobs, nubs, whatever you want to call it for the, because it has a D-pad style stick. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna check this out. The lever doesn't have a ball top to unscrew. It literally comes directly out of the shaft. So you have the ball top completely attached to the shaft on top of a screw that screws into the lever like so. Which is pretty wild, that's incredibly unique. This is probably like the first example of like a detachable like Sanwa JLF, like a Freak Mods link, or like a or the detachable crown lever. That's pretty. It's pretty ridiculous. Same build, same screws. You know what I mean? It even has like a giant spring. But we're gonna keep the stock NES spring. We're gonna keep this spring inside here, inside the Explorer. We're just gonna put the Explorer semi back together. You know, just give it. No, we're not using this Explorer, so we could just put that back. Probably use it for spare parts for a completely different stick. This mod is not even really like a mod. It's straight up repair, absolute cannibalism. You know, I typically don't condone cannibalism, but this is a situation where you know what I mean, you got no other choice. honestly, to be brutally honest, I don't even think this stick is probably even good quality. I'm saying like, yeah, like the buttons work, you know what I mean? Like everything works and everything, but like, would you really want to play Streets of Rage on this stick right here? You know what I mean? And then you gotta have like your A button as like a mini tic tac button down here, along with your slow, your start, your select. You know what I mean? Like, nah, we ain't about that life. We'll put the base plate back on that. We'll just throw that to the side. Now, what we're gonna do, ooh. Let our soldering iron cool off on the side. And look at that, chat. See, the thing is about this stick, you have to make sure that, you have to make sure that all your cardinal directions line up, because if they don't, then the directions won't read. There you have it. Ah. As you can see, we're trash. that concludes our our repair of the NES Advantage. I'm glad you were here with me. Any more mod videos that I do, I will be streaming or uploading to my YouTube. Follow me on YouTube, subscribe to me. It is Zahir_FGC, just like my Twitch, just like my Twitter. Zahir out. You guys be safe.